Yo, what's good, y'all, man? We got a new Deadpool 3 Wolverine teaser trailer, release date, rumor, and short synopsis. So, hey, like it, sub, and yeah. Let's see what we talking about.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfire's. The only thing better than doing one video on Deadpool in a day is doing the second, but we're going to switch gears a little bit now. If you missed our video from earlier today, we'll make sure to link it at the end of this. We covered the absolute thinnest of rumors that John Cena might have been teasing his involvement with Deadpool.
Yeah, I saw that, though. He posted on his IG. I saw on Twitter, though.
And if you missed that,
and people was like, what's this for? Like, he just posted that shit. So he may be in the movie. I don't know.
It'll be linked at the end of this.
I mean, ain't nobody gonna post, like, you know what I mean?
Video. Now we're going to switch gears for just a second and talk about a Twitter scoopster that, while relatively new to the scene in the last year, has been extremely ubiquitous of late, and as I've said in previous videos, has supplied us with plenty of accurate information for upcoming trailers. Today he offered a major update about a temporary synopsis for Deadpool 3 and Wolverine, and as he notes, that's extremely exciting for the marketing that might be right around the corner. We'll talk about exactly what he said and what's in the synopsis.
Yeah, I'm ready for that. I'm ready to see them teaser trailers.
We'll also talk about the running rumor for when people are expecting to see the release of Deadpool and Wolverine's first trailer. I'm going to play devil's advocate against that for a second, but there is precedence for it, and he acknowledged that with the post. We're breaking down all the latest updates for Deadpool 3 and Wolverine, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next one is right around the corner in just a couple of weeks to coincide with What If's finale, and we've got another one a couple of weeks after that for Echo. Again, all you got to do to be entered to win or for any of the future giveaways here at the channel, be a sub, leave a comment if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so as I remind you guys periodically here at the channel, remember to take everything that doesn't come officially from Marvel.
Yeah, of course, I always do.
Studios.
I'll take everything for wait, what you say? Hold on.
Periodically here at the channel, remember to take everything that doesn't come
grain of salt. Yeah, I always do.
Officially from Marvel Studios with a grain of salt. Today we're actually covering the Twitter scoopster Cryptic HD Quality. You can follow him over on Twitter at Cryptic4KQual. And as I mentioned in the prologue, while he's relatively new to the scene, over the last year has accurately predicted trailer drops to the day, and in some cases was able to upload screenshots and even TV spots and promos days before Marvel did so themselves. So we're going to give him a little more reverence than, say, your anonymous rumor on 4chan. Now, he indicated this evening that this is the temporary short synopsis or the placeholder for Deadpool 3. Quote, our lovable and annoying chatterbox Deadpool is joined by Wolverine as both characters step into the MCU for the first time. Now, obviously, there's not a huge reveal there, and this is a temporary and short synopsis. Maybe you could read into them stepping into the MCU, as we've sort of had a running debate here at this channel, whether they're going to make it into the MCU before the end of the film or during it, but that's just splitting hairs because Marvel Studios isn't making a movie that's not set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe ultimately, regardless if it starts in a different universe in the multiverse, and we've been hearing that may be the case for Fantastic Four. But as he points out, why this is exciting is he's been starting to hear that the marketing for Deadpool 3 and Wolverine might be right around the corner, and considering there's no Marvel movie between now and then and only a couple of releases in What If and Echo, it would make sense that this would be the next trailer to drop. He also acknowledges
about that trailer, I say January, February.
In the thread for that tweet,
I want to come out in the summer. I say January, starting out New Year.
That everyone's been rumoring that the trailer would drop and during the Super Bowl. Now the speculation.
Oh, Super Bowl. I mean, oh yeah, of course. It might. Yeah, of course it's gonna drop. Well, we see. But yeah, I mean that's the only Marvel movie they got.
Speculation on this has been light, but
I've got about Super Bowl trailers. The Super Bowl.
It's already been out there, and really because Marvel and Disney have a precedence of doing this, not only releasing trailers during sports games.
But anyway, hey, no, they're gonna spend that bag on Deadpool and Wolverine. No, they're gonna spend that bag though. They're gonna spend that bag though.
Like the national championship, and because they own ESPN, but also releasing trailers during the Super Bowl. They did so for their Disney Plus collection all the way back in 2021. You can imagine with Deadpool being the only movie that they're putting out this year, they want to expand the marketing as much as possible. And the timetable would be exactly right. So not only the precedence of Marvel releasing trailers during the Super Bowl, but that would be 5 months before they're releasing it in July, or a little over 5 months, which would be an appropriate amount of time for a first trailer. But the devil's advocacy I mentioned during the prologue, what I at least wanted to point out was two things. Number one, Marvel has gotten in this habit of releasing trailers, or at least the first look at a project, later and later and later, and I just don't want to get my hopes up that we're getting the first trailer for this in less than 60 days. Literally, I think the Super Bowl's on either the 11th or the 14th, less than 60 days away from where we are right now, when it's still about 6 months out from Deadpool being released in theaters. I could see Marvel holding the trailer. So I definitely at least want to temper my expectations, and I think you guys should do the same. However, when you take a step back and you do look at it, this is the only Marvel movie they've got going, and the best place to get millions of eyeballs on it is dump a bunch of cash and release a trailer during the Super Bowl. And then you've got plenty of time to follow it up with more promotion after that. So fingers crossed, the marketing for Deadpool and Wolverine is about to kick up. And like I said, we just saw the first article from Total Film Hit. I was surprised by that. There should only be a ramping of that going in past Echo when there's no other Marvel projects to be released, or at least not yet. And while Marvel has been holding the trailers later and later for projects, this is the only Marvel movie they've got. And since it's the only one next year, you can imagine that they're going to pour a ton of money into the budget. What better place to put it than the Super Bowl? So fingers crossed we have an update on that officially and what we should expect for the first trailer. And I gotta be honest, as I've had more time to think about this and just sort of my overall reaction to Marvel trailers as of late, I think they were extremely desperate with the Marvels to try to get butts in seats, especially in those last 2 weeks as they were getting closer and closer and realized that the box office was about to be a disaster. And that forced them to sort of tip their hand with all those X-Men reveals and during the trailer. For once, and with this movie, and especially because we've had so much behind the scenes footage and confirmation of these cameos, I hope they play it extremely close to the vest. You really don't need any more selling points than Hugh Jackman has come back as Wolverine, we're getting X-Men, and Deadpool's coming into the MCU. So the less they reveal, in my opinion, the better. Literally just...
Yeah, I was saying, but you already know that shit going. You already know that shit gonna link out, so ain't no point trying to. I mean, you know, Disney tried their hardest to not tell everything, but people gonna link it out though.
Keep it to what we've already seen the behind the scenes for and what we think is the Void and them fighting. Keep it high and tight. Don't reveal too many of the cameos, and if you can, sort of hide the plot line, because I think there's a really good chance that a lot of the anonymous quote-unquote 4chan plot leaks that we've already covered here at the channel have been way off base. And while we have confirmed a lot of the cameos, none of the stories that have seemed to emerge online as the proper plot leaks have really had anything to do with Emma Corrin, who we now know is the main villain. And for me, at least from the outside looking in, there were so many initial reports that the villain was actually an MCU villain. I'm having a hard time reconciling the two, because we know Emma Corrin is not in the MCU unless she hasn't been acknowledged, and if it's an MCU villain, which one would she most be congruent with in order to fit them all into the story? Especially considering, and as I put forth in my last two Deadpool videos, I think there's a good chance that them coming into the MCU is something that happens during the film, not at the end. So there's already a lot of crossover with Avengers. There was a promo in Total Film just last week that had a ton of silhouettes standing on the top of buildings, which I argued sort of looked like New York City, and with Falcon as the prominent silhouette, could be other Avengers for him to cross over with. But you guys, as always, let me know down in the comments how you feel about all of this. And quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we're still giving...
But yeah, let me know what y'all think on the news, teaser trailer, man. Let me know, comment below what y'all think. And yeah, peace.